Let's jump into our grid for Friday, September 1st. We got a Robert Logan puzzle today, as always, edited by Will Shorts. So let's jump in. Let's see what we got. It's always fun. I love Fridays and Saturdays are my favorite. They're usually the most challenging. Okay, so Food Network host Brown, Alton Brown, he has that show Good Eats. Did he not? Channel owned by Paramount. Oh, I don't know. HBO show. No idea. Okay, let's see. Sharp. Outside. Building installations that work with beams. Choices for painters. 4 letters, probably Hughes. And if that's the case, then I think we got Showtime here. Building installations. Let's see. They are even at the start. In brief. Ooh. Oh, don't know. Longhorns' longtime rival. A&M. I've never seen it spelled that way. The corner of one is called a canthus, and I think that's just, this is an, well, that's an I. I wish I could touch type. I have to always look down. Well, if that's an I. Oh, Longhorns. Got it. Aggie. That's what I say. Where's that E coming from? How come we don't have that here? Like mini salads and leafy, probably, right? And let's see. Abrupt. Got excited over the newest video game release. Probably geeked out. Or help if I could type. I always say that because I can't, and I have to look at the keyboard. I never learned how to touch type. I'm a loser. Stone-faced sorts. G-A. Abrupt. So probably that's terse. In that case, if so, and we got indie band whose name is a 2-word command. Okay, go. And that looks like that's going to be a gargoyle. So what is this? Well, again, maybe learned if I had learned how to spell it. Stone-faced sorts. Okay, so overtimes. Gosh, dang. What is this? It's ridiculous. Okay, let's see. Ball of energy. That would be is it the Dyson Sphere? Is it Dyson Sphere rapper with the 2012 #1 album Life is Good? Nas. Is it Lil Nas? Ball of energy. So this is a dynamo, perhaps. And what do we got now? Form of some soaps. A bar of soap? I thought it might be a soap opera. Building installations that work with beams. So this is my solar panels. I mean, could think that's about right. Disaster. The blank complete wreck, complete mess. I don't know. I just don't know. Oops, hit the wrong button on that one. Let's see. Most popular baby boy's name of the 2000s. No idea. Some adventures in the Serengeti. Non-fruit ingredients in some healthful smoothies. Probably nuts, perhaps. Discounted. I guess I mean on sale. So is this going to be oats? It looks like it could be oats, right? I mean, I don't. Yeah, oats are not fruits, right? I guess they're grains of some sort. Outside. Well, then hang on. Outside. Malicious programs that block file access. So this is ransomware. Ransomware. Got it. No. I'd be so much faster if I could type. Wow, would you look at that? Okay. Silverstein, who wrote the words and music for Johnny Cash's "A Boy Named Sue." Is it Neil? Neil Silverstein? I should know that. I really should know that. Logger descriptor is probably a pale. Okay. So let's try to. Oh well, let's try to type correctly first of all. So then it looks like this could be sharp, could be crisp, and Shel Silverstein. He's a Shell. Yeah. So I guess the writer for Sanskrit for force is Raja. Don't know. Sanskrit for force. I know this. I mean, Bhagavad Gita, is it? Outside. So this is probably Hatha. Adams, who was awarded a Presidential Medal of Freedom in 1980. Yeah, I guess he would have been alive unless outside. Chance. So maybe this was Jacob. I have a friend named Jacob. Served with him in the Army. Sergeant First Class Jacob. I think he graduated from the Army when he retired, in other words. Well, would you look at that? It's a what? A sound from a saxophone. Whale? Let's see what we got here. What kind of time? We got 7 minutes on this thing. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we should just go back to that whale. It's probably a whaling sax. I mean, Winter Olympics site. Maybe it's a sled, perhaps. Maybe I don't really know. The late Mrs. Flanders on The Simpsons. I used to watch that. You hear that music in the background? That's outside my window. Wow, look at that. It's a beaut. So commence. Get started. And department store eponym. Macy? I mean, eponym, right? It's probably trademark difference maker. No idea. Let's see. Trapes is about. Gad's about. Say a prayer, maybe. No idea. City parks and plazas. Promenades. Mellow Yellow. I remember those things. Pro bono. A place where employees may all be holding together. Let's see. Calls, balls, maybe. Umpires. Gather. City parks and plazas. God, I just know that. Urban. OACs. Some adventures in the Serengeti. Jeep, something probably in a Jeep of some sort. Daybreak. Yeah, this looks that. Break in the day, probably a nap. So, spell it correctly. Assessors of verbal reasoning and brief. That's the LSATs. I actually took that. Difference. Trademark. Oh, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Gather. I reap. Brings me up into the sow. Range mentioned in Take Me Home. Country heavens. That's Blue Ridge Mountains. Shenandoah River. Don't you love it when I sing? I know you probably don't. Okay, so place where employees may all be holding together. Alice Blank, 20th century women's suffrage activist. Alice Blank. That's Alice Paul. Holding together. So a call center. Let's see. Tears up. Tears up. Rends. Rends. Oh, wow. Okay. Say a prayer. Work periods. Work periods. Probably stints. Did a stint. I think of that as more of a jail thing, though. Yeah, wouldn't you? Let's get back over here. This is probably a Jeep Safari. And some adventures. So we'll get S. And so succeed as a suggestion. Fly. And first Southeastern Conference school to field an African-American athlete. That would be Tulane. I really wanted to go to Tulane. Did I spell that correctly? I don't know if I spelled it correctly. Is that an A? Is that an N there? I don't know. I cannot remember. Agency within the Department of Transportation. I think that's the FAA. Where's the A? Got it. And Tulane. Fooey. Okay, so I'm just going to go with the Tulane spelling that line. Index since 1896 with the Dow, perhaps. That's the Dow. And this looks like it's going to be a darn it all. It seems ugly, doesn't it? Darn it all. Eponymous Belgian town. Eponymous Belgian town. I think that's Spa. We've stayed there. It's really quite nice, as a matter of fact. Not that far from here, a couple of hours away. Light up. Light up. I'm thinking star. Oh, you flatter me. So stop. Stop. But not really. Don't actually stop. So this would be star. And city east of Montpellier. City east of Montpellier. Arlon? Arlon? I can't remember. Business interest is at stake, more than likely. I imagine it is. And let's see. One way to say yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Rhyming assent. Rhyming assent. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. My cousins. My German cousins say that all the time. Okie dokie. Let's see. One way to say yes. I do. Bids one club. So probably opens. Does that line up with everything else? I don't know. Charlatan is a fake. Montgomery, West Montgomery. Now let's get back over here. Rose source. Well, that could be any fish. Was committed, or anything makes eggs, I guess. Was committed. Had to. Biopharmaceutical giant in the Fortune 200. Biopharmaceutical giant. I think it's Amgen. Worked with them some during the early parts of Corona. Rose source, shad. Inventor of the first commercially successful steel plow. Oh my gosh, I know this. Unlike a Mustang, it's Thames. It's John Deere. Okay, got it. 53. Not the most challenging Friday, but it was a clever Friday, and I enjoyed putting it all together. No theme or anything, but you know what? It was cool. I enjoyed it. Which tells me this week has been a really easy one, which means that Saturday and Sunday, depending on the mood of Mr. Shorts, probably going to be killers. You may be sitting with me, should you choose to. Maybe sitting with me for over an hour on those, maybe 2 hours. I've been known to do it. Anyway, we'll see you next time. As always, chin-chin, cheers, au revoir.